I guess it's from my perspective. I wake up and
What time? Average.
7:30, around there. I wake up. Luke is in the kitchen room at the table with his iPad, usually playing Plants vs. Zombies. At the end of the year, it was Clash of Clans, I guess. And then grab my shower stuff, go to the shower. While in the shower, one of two things happen. Either Brandon goes into the shower beside me, or when I'm done mine, when I'm walking back to the room, he's walking into the showers. And we pass every morning. Nathan is still sleeping by the time I get back in the room. And so I get changed, and then I go into the kitchen and go on my iPad and play some games.
Do you and Luke talk?
Sometimes. Depends on how into our games we are at this point and how tired we are. So we're both sitting there playing on our iPads, and at this point, Luke will get his bagel or English muffin, depending on what he bought that week, and he starts toasting that. While he's toasting that, I get my Keurig machine ready with water and the K-cup, because I can't use both at the same time or I'll blow the breaker. So I have that prepared, so when Luke's thing pops, I put my coffee down and make my coffee for the morning. Nathan's still sleeping, by the way. And then, at this point in time, around the time that Luke's done his toast, Brandon comes and he stands at the door.
What's he do?
He just stands there.
Does he say anything?
No. He doesn't say a word. And then, so we're just kind of sitting there playing our iPads and stuff. And then, usually Luke...
Does he have a shirt on?
No. Then Luke looks up from his iPad game, probably when he's like done the level or something, or when he notices Brandon. Looks up, says, "Hey, Brandon." And Brandon looks and says, "Hey." And then there's kind of just a silence in the room at that point. And then Brandon turns around to go to our room and gets changed. And Nathan is still sleeping. By this time, I would probably have my coffee, and I'm putting my 1 cream, 1 sugar in the coffee. And a couple minutes later, Brandon walks out, sits at the table as well, starts playing on his iPod. And he also then starts his cup of coffee as well. He will also, after his coffee's done, he'll start his bagel or toast, whatever he bought that week.
What time is it now?
What time is it now? Probably 7:45, 8 o'clock, depending on when we woke up. At this point in time, Brandon the toast is done. He's putting his peanut butter on it and then honey after that. During this time, we'll make quick remarks to each other about the other day or what's happening in our games at that point. And then around 7:50, 8 o'clock, Nathan rises and goes to the shower. At this point in time, while Nathan's in the shower, right after he gets out, the 3 of us, Luke, Brandon, and I, are done our breakfast, and we bring our coffees into the living room, where we sit down on our couches and open up our Bibles in our quiet times.
I was wondering when that was going to come in.
This is 8 o'clock.
An hour later.
So, at 8 o'clock we're doing this. Nathan's getting changed, and he then comes into the living room to grab his Bible.
Where does he sit?
In the kitchen.
Ooh.
With his dehumidifier on. So we all do our quiet times, 8 to 8:30. And at the 8:30 mark, me and Brandon are both done our coffees, by the way. We fold up our Bibles in our quiet times and put our coats on if it's winter. And if it's not winter, we just walk out the door and go to Graham's apartment for family time. And that's a typical Resonate morning.